with the quick report. HBO's leaving the boxing business after 45 years, the network announces. Now, according to an article by the New York Times, HBO's out of there, man. We will no longer see boxing on HBO. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? HBO Sports Executive Vice President Peter Nelson, he made the announcement that HBO will be out of the boxing business. He announced that today on Thursday morning in a meeting with the HBO boxing production staff. Quote, these are Peter Nelson's quotes. This is not a subjective decision. Our audience research informs us that boxing is no longer a determinant factor for subscribing to HBO. End quote. And he's absolutely right. You know what I mean? For many years, man, I had HBO, you know what I'm saying, since I was a youngster, just for the boxing, you know what I mean? Yeah, you see some movies on there, you know what I mean, especially like on a Saturday night back in the 90s, even till now when they do put out a brand new premiere movie. But HBO mostly had it for the movies and also like for TV series like Sopranos or The Wire, you know what I'm saying, or Boardwalk Empire, things like that, you know what I mean? But HBO is absolutely right, you know what I mean? And I guess the final straw was that fight. HBO had that Super Flyweight 3 triple header, you know what I mean? Which was that same weekend as Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, you know what I mean? And that particular card, it peaked at 349,000 viewers, you know what I mean? Now, that's going to happen when you put that card on the same night as a big welterweight fight in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. Now, to be fair, the triple header super flyweight 3 card was announced first before Danny Garcia's fight, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, it's a damn shame it's a wrap for HBO, but we kind of seen this coming, you know what I mean? It started from last year, And in my opinion, let me read you some more quotes right here from Peter Nelson. Of course, the article talks about all the other platforms right now we have for boxing, like Top Rank going over to ESPN. You got the DAZN app. You got Premier Boxing Champions, PBC, Showtime. You know what I'm saying? HBO's two biggest stars, Canelo and Gennady Golovkin, they became network free agents after this last pay-per-view fight they had. You know what I mean? So I read an article yesterday saying Canelo has no problem re-signing with HBO. I don't know where Canelo goes now, you know what I'm saying? But Peter Nelson says, quote, there's plenty of boxing out there. But what we have not seen in is a lot of signature destination fights. Because of our association with boxing, because of our association with boxing, people forget that we're not a sports network. We're a storytelling platform. I'm still a fan of boxing. If there's a destination event, absolutely we're in that conversation, end quote. So they're basically not ruling out ever putting on a fight on HBO, you know what I'm saying? But it depends on if the fight is big enough, you know what I mean? They might they might put on a card, you know what I'm saying? They might put on a card, probably a pay-per-view, you know what I mean? But HBO's downfall started from when Al Heyman departed from Al Heyman and Richard Schaefer departed from De La Hoya. They stopped working with De La Hoya, Golden Boy. You know what I mean? They got a big deal over there on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? They came in 2013, and by 2015, they started PBC. Al Heyman has the biggest stable in the United States, at least of relevant fighters. You know what I mean? Fighters who are guys people want to see on television. You know what I'm saying? So with Bob Arum now leaving Top Rank, you know what I'm saying, leaving Top Rank and Bob Arum leaving HBO to go to ESPN, they took with them Vasyl Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford and probably Manny Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? So, Manny Pacquiao, what did he fight on? He fought on ESPN, the app. See, these guys were HBO guys, even though HBO didn't pick up which fight was it. I think it was a fight with him and Jeff Horn. But ESPN picked it up, you know what I mean? And it got seen by a bigger audience. So, the The Fox Strikes in the chat. He says, RIP HBO Boxing. Yeah, no doubt, man. HBO Boxing was a staple for boxing in the United States. You know what I mean? You know, after boxing was off of the, ABCs, NBCs, CBSs, HBO was where it was at. You know what I mean? And man, it's a sad day, but HBO did this to themselves. You know what I mean? They did this to themselves. You know, they used to have all kind of styles on their channel. You know what I mean? From pure boxers like Pernell Whitaker to defensive-minded counterpunchers like Winky Wright. You know what I'm saying? To up-and-coming superstars like Floyd Mayweather, to international crossover stars like Manny Pacquiao and Prince Nassim Muhammad, you know what I mean? And even guys like Sergio Martinez to an extent, you know what I mean? I'm not saying he was a household name, but, these were guys who built their profile on HBO, you know what I'm saying? Even Canelo Alvarez. I remember him versus Abner Cotto, you know what I mean? A young Canelo. You check it. The Fox Strike says the seed for it began 2013 when Floyd left and eventually all the former Golden Boy fighters. Yes, indeed. That's exactly when it started, the decline of HBO. Fox Strike says, HBO no longer has its stars, Floyd, Pacman, and Canelo. It sounds like they're doing big fights. They're only doing big fights from now on. Yeah, man. And that depends it depends on, if fighters are not tied to another contract, you know what I mean? It's I'm sure they lost a lot of subscribers lately, you know what I mean? Because lately, they haven't had no groundbreaking TV series. Maybe Game of Thrones, you know what I mean, which I don't watch. But, with them not having boxing on HBO, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have many cards starting from last year, you know what I mean? They'd probably have one card every 3 months. That ain't cutting it in this climate of boxing right now, you know what I mean? So, B Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments. Fox Strike said HBO wasted its efforts on Chavez Jr. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they tried to build off his father's name, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, but like Fox Strikes in the chat says, RIP HBO Boxing. B Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Sad news. James Seltz in the chat. He says Saunders has tested positive for a banned substance, B. Marsh. I don't know if you know. Did he? Holy shit, man. I didn't know that, man. I didn't hear about that. Wow, I'm probably going to have to look for some articles about that, man. So what that mean? The fight with Andrade's off? Wow. Billy Joe Saunders been in a lot of hot mess in the last few days, man. I have to fork up 100,000 pounds over to the British Boxing Control Board, man. I don't know, man. I thought the guy was, I was picking him to beat Andrade. You know what I'm saying? But damn, this is crazy, man. I'm gonna have to look up on that news. Thanks for letting me know that, man. James Seltz. Let me see what they talking about. The Fox Strike says not sure if it's off, but they should give Andrade some of what he got, and let's get it on. Let it go on. I feel you, but we'll see. Let me read some articles. Let me finally follow up on what James Seltz says. B Marsh Box, leave your thoughts and comments, and I'm out of here. Peace.